on my computer. Hi, everyone. It is January 20th, Wednesday night, our team at Fit and Fearless phone call, our Zoom call. We are kicking off 2021 with a bang. Tonight we have Kim Meyer on, but just before we do get started, I just wanted to give a shout out to everyone who is on the boards with Success Clubs. Christina's at SC4. So one more person, you guys, you hit Success Club, which is so fun. Cindy is back. Cindy's at SC2. Courtney is halfway to Emerald, and she is at SC2 as well. And there's so much time left. There's so much time left in this month, and I know that we could help more women and men out there live their healthiest life. But tonight I am bringing you Kim. Kim is from Iowa. Kim has been a coach since 2015. Kim serves her friends, her family, her faith, and she just gives. And I knew that Kim's story would speak to so many of us. And the reason for that is because most of us are all educators. And if you don't meet head to head with her with the education, she's a mom as well. So a mom of two in Iowa. She is a lifetime 6-star diamond, two-time elite coach, and she built her business while she was in the classroom and as an administrator. So she was, correct me if I'm wrong, Kim, you were succeeding in the classroom, right, in the education world, and also building a business at the same time.
I actually started building my business as an administrator, not as a teacher.
Oh, okay.
But yes, I worked, got two masters, all the things while being a teacher, had kids, got married, all that stuff. Cause like who doesn't get engaged, start a master's program, then get pregnant, start a second master's program, and then decide to change jobs and go into administration? I usually, all that happened within a couple of years. So, you guys get it, right? Like you know what it's like to be in the classroom, what the demands are of you in those situations. And then when I came here to Vinton-Shellsburg, where our current district is, I came here as a school administrator. I was a curriculum and technology director at the time, and really just kind of in charge of all the things. It seemed like the longer I was in the position, I was in it for 8 years, my hats changed constantly and more hats were added. We're a small district, to just kind of give a perspective, about 100, 120 kids per grade level. So we're little, but big for some of the areas. Like I grew up in a community where there was 35 of us in our entire grade level. So when I said I was going to this big school, this big 3A district with like 100 and some kids in a class, people are like, oh, that's big. And then when you come here, they're like, oh, that's like where you came from is super tiny. We're like, we're little. And I'm like, oh, okay. Perspective. It's all about perspective. But
I thought we were little. I graduated with I think 200 kids. Or maybe 140. I don't know. I have to check my yearbook. I was like, oh yeah, I came from a small high school. That's tiny.
Yeah, we're way little. My hometown had about 1,000 people. And so it's just a matter of everybody. And, like growing up, I think I knew everybody K-12. And so it just kind of is what it is, small farming community. But when I came to here I was involved in sports my whole life. Then I was an athletic coach while I was teaching, kind of, the typical, you got to supplement your salary somehow. And I was trying to stay in shape too with coaching. And it was something I really loved, was spending time with the kids in the gym. And then when I came here to Vinton-Shellsburg, I had a 2-year-old and a huge job all of a sudden and no time in my schedule to do any sort of coaching. And I was actually discouraged as an administrator to do any of those kind of extracurricular things. And 1,000% of my time was poured into serving the district in some sort of way. I went from a district who was way up here technology wise. We were 1-to-1 and pretty much K-12. Our teachers were hungry for learning with technology and utilizing in their classrooms. My job before I left there was integrating technology into classrooms with teachers and writing lesson plans and talking about how we can really infuse it in there, and doing all those things. And then I came here as a technology director and we were way down here on the technology level. So I went from MacBooks in everybody's hands to those old Mac boob computers that were the purple and pink ones.
Oregon Trail. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Like they were in all the labs. I was like, what the heck? So it was a huge learning curve of like just getting all that stuff done, and huge job. And at the time, my three self, very much wanting to enneagram 3. If you guys don't know any, you guys know all about the enneagram. Okay, I'll reference that a lot. But my three self was definitely a server, someone that just, if I could fit it in my schedule, I was there for you. So it didn't matter if I was a 7 a.m. meeting or 5 meetings after the end of the day, or I was getting on something at 8 o'clock at night because somebody sent me an email and I happened to see it come across my phone. Like I poured everything into my job because I thought that my worth was a part of like their approval of me, right? And teachers get sucked into that so much because yes, we want our students to learn and we want our students to have the best opportunities. And yes, we want to be able to be there for everybody, but we also need to make sure that we're taking care of ourselves, because otherwise you'll end up like I was, burning the candle at both ends. My family was getting the short end of the stick. My body and my mental capacity was getting the short end of the stick. And so there just really wasn't much left of me at the end of the day for anybody else. And so with that kind of being said, like I found my coach on Facebook. She was a friend from college, Lindsay Mullenbach, and she and I run kind of parallel lives. Like we went to Wartburg together, and we got married actually on the exact same day. So our track teams kind of split. Some went to her wedding, some came to my wedding, and then our children are pretty much almost identically the same age as well. About a couple months apart. So like when she showed up in my social media feed and had amazing results from PIO, I was like, if she can do it, I can do it. And I was that unicorn coach that reached out to her and said, what are you doing? How are you doing that? I need to sign up. I need to do this. And I signed up as a coach because she told me I'd save 25%. And I was like, well, yeah, like a quarter of the cost. Why wouldn't you? Right. So she's a teacher. Well, my husband's a teacher as well. So we had a teacher income and administrator income. But again, that's still not, we're not like raking in the dough, right? Like, so 2 kids at this point. My daughter was 2, and my son was 4, almost 5. And so like we're just kind of trying to make it work. And so I started with my own journey for myself. And so I just knew I needed to feel better and I needed to have more energy in life. And I needed to kind of put up some boundaries and get my own priorities straight. So I started pushing play. I didn't want anyone to know about it. I signed up in February of 2015. Okay. Somewhere in January, I bought a sampler Shakeology pack and I did a clean week or something like that with Lindsay. And I threw my back out during that week. So I pretty much laid on my back all week because of the back injury, and drank my Shakeology every day and lost like 4 pounds. So I was like, there's something magical to this stuff. And when I can move again, I'm going to do it. And so that's when I ordered the PIO challenge pack. And I completed PIO in the dark in my living room because I didn't want anyone to know that I was doing this. My husband, the first big bag of Shakeology arrived at our house and he was like, no, we don't do it this way. There's no quick fixes. You're not, the blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, I am doing this. I'm kind of stubborn. And I was like, no, I am going to do this. And I signed up for the savings and it has a money back guarantee. If it doesn't work, I'm sending it back. And he was all mad about it. But I got up every morning, just enough time for Shailene to kick my butt. So if it was a 35-minute workout, I was up 36 minutes before I needed to get ready. The DVD was like set, ready to go in the DVD player. And if someone changed it out, I was like, oh, what am I going to do? Because I don't have time. And now thinking about like way back then to like what life looks like now I'm up like 2 hours before I need to like really get anybody out the door. It's life changes dramatically when you prioritize yourself. But as a school administrator, I knew I needed to take care of myself. I need to take care of my family. I need those kinds of things. And working on my own fitness, I think I lost like 10, 15 pounds with PIO. I don't remember. It's been so long ago. But I got my confidence back. I got my strength back. And like throughout the summer, like I lead a lot of professional development in my school district. Okay. Like I am not afraid to like stand up in front of 200 adults and like give whatever, but my confidence was definitely waning. And I was always trying to like stand in the back, doing this professional development for these people. And then as I continued to lose and I started to gain more confidence in myself, like I was definitely more out there, and other teachers noticed and they wanted to know what I was doing. The first person that signed up with me as a coach was actually a coworker, and she's still a coach to this day on my team and still rocking her own journey as well. And then the other one was a best friend, who's just like, I see you happier now. I need to know what you're doing. And so I didn't sign up my husband right away, but I wish I would have, because if I'd known, it had a little crystal ball back then, that little Beachbody real estate right next to you is the most important thing. I also happen to be on an inside leg. So kind of remember this as we're kind of going through the rest of the journey here. I was on the inside leg of Lindsay. All right. So that means I was a baby coach back then. She was baby coach back then. I think I signed up maybe 2 months after her. So we really have no clue what we're doing together at this point, right?
Yeah. So inside leg means that no one helps her with her volume. Mm-hmm. So you guys are most of you are all on my outside leg. So you'll see that you feed off, like I give volume to you guys.
Yeah, and everybody, the way the network is built is that anybody that's added to the organization after you contributes to you. So like if this is their strong leg and this is you, anybody that Sarah adds or anybody on this leg adds to you. I was over here all by myself in this area. And to this day, like I have a huge organization being 6-star, lifetime 6-star and stuff. And so Lindsay still doesn't add to me over there. I randomly had one person added, I think like last November, and I was like, hey, thank you. And she was like, yeah, I need to build that site up again. And I was like, okay, cool. So I'm just grateful for everybody that gets added to my organization, and just super proud of the people that have helped me build it, as you would be in any position. And then I'm sure Sarah is very grateful for all of you being where you're at too. So back to kind of things like, how did I build my business? I built, as an administrator, I was able to retire myself in 2018 with my Beachbody income, and not necessarily replacing exactly everything that I was earning, but it was close enough. And my mental capacity was the most important thing. So I end up with my personal development, growing my mindset, really having my eyes open to the polarizing negative environment that I was in, that education can be, right? And I really kind of got tired. I had drawn a line in the sand of being the go-to for everyone. Like I said, my job title and the hats I wore changed almost every single year that I was in this district, mostly because we're a tiny district and there's just so many people that can do things, but also because I'm a 3 who wants to have my self-worth tied up into what other people think of me and how I can serve them. So I was in charge of state testing. I was in charge of, for every level. I was in charge of curriculum for every level. I was in charge of technology for every level. I was in charge of anything that they said, hey, Kim, would you do that? Yeah, So then when it came time to really kind of find my boundaries, I started to put lines in the sand, and it wasn't so popular. But I was really kind of going back to what my job description was, and still helping and serving, but also then training other people to do what it was and kind of balancing the load. I kind of found that my own worth, my own self-care, my own mental capacity was more important than what some administrator thought maybe. So then I actually was working on my administrator license because I had a master's degree in curriculum and technology. But in my district, it's not written into board policy that my position is considered administrative. And if that's just how they hired me. That's how the current superintendent hired me. But if she were to leave, that means they could demote me back to teacher salary. And so to protect myself, I thought I had to get another degree. And so of course, you go into debt to get keep your salary the same. Thankfully, Beachbody paid for all of that, and I didn't have to go into debt for it. But I gained a lot of really great knowledge and training, but I never used it, because the April that I graduated with my administrative degree is the same April that I turned in my resignation to come home. So technically, I have an administrative license that I'm not using. But leadership is the same, growth is the same, and everything that you learn hopefully everything that you're learning in your professional development is helping you grow in your business and in yourself. And if everything you're learning in your personal development that you're learning here can be applied to your teaching and things as well. So how did I do that, right? How did I grow an elite business while working full time, while doing 100 million jobs at school and having 2 kids? At the very beginning of my business, my husband worked in a different district as well. So we didn't have the same schedules, and he was doing sports coaching in another district. And so I really had to get super good with my time. And at the very, very beginning, like I said, I was working out in a dark living room because I didn't want anyone to know. But then as the summer went on, it got to August and they were talking about this teen cup that was happening. And I was like, I think I kind of want to do this. I want to tell other people about it. I want to share. And so I got on a team cup. I didn't know anybody on my team cup. There were 4 random ladies out of Fit and Free, which is at the time, now they're known as the Fireflies with Sarah Morrison. Her team name changed. But I got matched up with 4 other ladies, and I'd never hit Success Club before. And Kelly Barty, I think Kelly Be Fit is her name on Facebook. She was like, so Kim, she's our captain. She said, what do you want your goal to be? And I was like, well, I don't know. I've never hit Success Club. That sounds fun. And she's like, I think you could do more than that. And I was like, oh, okay. And so we set it at SE10. I didn't think I'd hit it. I didn't know what would happen. In August, okay, you guys know what August is like for teachers. We also started our one-to-one program that day or that week that we started Team Cup. And so I was handing out 500 laptops to high school kids, giving presentations every single night. And I hit Success Club 22 in August because I decided I was going to start sharing. So when I got into a routine, it was a matter of just doing the dang thing, finding those 5 minutes where I needed to do the vital behaviors. And the most income producing things that you can do is to send out invites. You're going to show up for your own self-care. You're going to post about it, even if it's just a sway selfie saying how you felt before and how you felt after. Oh my goodness, if I could show you some of my posts from way back in the day, like I remember sitting out, back then we put a lot of words on our graphics, like made pictures with a lot of words and funny things, made like graphics instead of like our photos.
Yeah, word swag.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And so like I remember sitting one day because I was trying to be as efficient as possible. And so like one Saturday afternoon, I'm sitting in the grass out here watching my kids play on the swing set, and I'm taking photos from like the week's worth of back then where they're also like repeated workouts, like regular 21-day fix where it's the same whatever. So I'm like, I'm taking photos and putting them in Canva and like putting different quotes on them so they're ready to go when it's my time like to post in the morning. So like when I'm trying to be efficient, like I was like crazy, stupid efficient. Now I would never do that, but it's just about what's coming to my heart. But at the same time, also in the mornings when I knew I was going to just send out invites, I went to my Facebook friends list and literally grabbed a planner just like this, which I still use. And I would just go to my friends list and write down 5 names every single day on the calendar. So when it came time to finish my workout, make my post, send my invites, I went to those 5 people on my list and sent the invite without even thinking about it. Because the reason why people don't invite is because they get in their own heads. There's a little bit of fear. Will this person like it? Will this person say yes? I don't know if I should invite that person. What will he or she think? Like I didn't care. Like I was just like, I'm doing something amazing. I feel amazing. I'm gonna do this anyway. They need to know about it. And so I would just go to that list. Do you guys know why Carl Deichler wears the exact same clothes every single day, or very similar clothes? Or like, the guy from Apple is totally Steve Jobs. Why he wore the same clothes all the time? Because it takes energy to think. Okay. And it's just simple to like have things the exact same way all the time. And so when you see Steve Jobs, he was always wearing like gray slacks and that black mock turtleneck thing. Right. And so I would just take all the thinking out of it and make more of an automatic life. And so I had those 5 names down and I would send my invite. Hey, so-and-so, I hope you're having a great week. My invites look very similar to this now. I just sent out a whole bunch of them before I got on here. Actually, I just sent a whole bunch.
Are you like short and sweet, or are you?
I'm short and sweet and to the point. So like my follow-up that I just sent out today to a bunch of people says, let's see if I can grab my phone. Hey, I hope your January has been going well. I know you showed some interest in the past, so I wanted to follow up and see if you'd be interested in joining our accountability group this month. Our February focus is all about grit and grace and creating healthy habits for life. Would you like more information? That's my follow-up message. The one that I sent out via Instagram today. So I just went to my followers. Okay. So it says, hey, thanks for following me here. I hope your 2021 has started better than your 2020 ended. Can you believe we're almost 1/12 of the way through? Not sure if you know or not, but I lead a crew of positive and supportive women who are all working on improving our self-care. I want to extend an invite to you to join us to create healthy habits to make this year the best year yet. Would you be open to more information? So I'm direct, I'm to the point, like, no, I'm not, I'm efficient, remember? So like, just get it out there. They're following me for a reason. They're a friend with me on Facebook for a reason. They don't know what I'm doing already. They're probably living under a rock because I show up every single day, and I have shown up every single day since August 2015. I've never missed a day on social media, and that's probably why I've hit Success Club 65 months in a row. I make it a non-negotiable. Okay, so like I was on an SE10 stretch since for a very long time. I almost made, there's always 1 month it seemed like that like threw me for a loop, and so I was always at 11 for like 3 or 4 years in a row, and then I've hit 12 SE10 12 months in a row at some point in there. I don't remember where, but Success Club is non-negotiable, and it happens every single month because I'm consistent on my social media. I'm consistently inviting people, and I don't attach emotion to the end result. If they're interested, great. If they're not, cool. Not for you right now, that's fine. I will follow up with you at some point. And so time management was huge for me. So I would make things as simple as possible, like I said, by putting those 5 names on the document, and I would just go through them every single day. Make notes on the people that said yes, ignore the people that didn't even respond to me. I still to this day do not record names. I don't necessarily always use a planner like this. I was just actually going through these sheets that I have like tons of, because I record the names of the people that say something back to me. Okay, so like I grab a blank sheet of paper. This is what life looks like now. I grab a blank sheet of paper. This is from October. So I grab a blank sheet of paper at the beginning of the month, and I only write down the names of people that respond back to my message. And then those are the people that I'm following up with right now too, just going back through the list all the time. And then I just grab the next one and staple it to the top of the next month, and away we go.
Kim, I do have a question, because you say you're consistent with social media. I am too. When you say consistent, you mean your stories, right? So you're sharing like your life through your stories, but then you're also posting at least 1 time a day on your feed, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Back when we started, we were supposed to post 3 times a day. And that was hard, especially as a teacher, school administrator, like, when do you get online? Like, so I always had my posts ready to go in the morning. And then I would try to post something like midday if I was able to get some time at lunchtime. And then I'd post at the end of the day. Now, because I started that way, I'm very religious in posting my workout every single morning. Okay. So I actually post twice a day, because my workout and something inspirational is every single morning. And tomorrow's a rest day for 9-week control freak, but I'll still post in the morning because people expect to see me. And I'll talk about it being a rest day, or I'll talk about something with the program for in the morning, or the rest of my morning routine, my devotion, my meditation, whatever it might be, my personal development. And then in the evening, now I always try to post something about coaching, something about the team, or something about life. And everything, all my posts are about life in some sort of way. This evening, it happened to be about how proud I am to be a woman in this country, with a new vice president being a woman. Regardless of what your political views are, the doors have been opened, and that's a good thing. Speaking of doors opening, somebody wants an iPad password. All right.
Thank you.
What we do for children when we're busy. Okay. So time management was huge. I try to make sure I was getting all the boxes checked that I needed to get done. as time went on. I added everyone, all my coaches to my team page. I serve everyone there. Our team looks a little bit, we did team calls. I made sure I get on them all the time, which you guys are doing an amazing job of connecting to the team and just building culture and accountability groups. Back then we were all just kind of, everybody gets added to the team. I thoroughly believe the team is the best place because the teammates are the ones that one held me most accountable. The teammates are the ones that get the best results, and the teammates are the ones that we create the lasting friendships with. So when I'm inviting, like I read my invite to you, like I'm inviting you to my team, whether you're a coach of self or you're a coach of others. And of course I want you to be a coach of others, but like whatever it might be at the beginning, I was a coach of self at the beginning. I started in February and I didn't really, my start coaching date wasn't really actually until August. So it's just a matter of showing people the potential and just showing up there. When I went elite my first year, I was full-blown in-school administrator mode, working all the time. And so I would work early mornings and connect with people in the morning, and I would work late at nights. I often joke that there's a tiny half bath off our garage when you come in our house, at the bottom, and the light from that bathroom doesn't go to, we also have a split foyer. So like basically any light on our main level goes downstairs where our kids' bedrooms are, but that bathroom light does not. And so I often say that Elite was built in that bathroom that first year, because I'd be up until like 11 o'clock at night sometimes, answering coaches' questions or messaging people myself, or just preparing what I needed to prepare for the week. Another thing I did in the thick of working full time was that I would prepare my posts in advance. So I would come up with a theme, or I would come up with a topic that I could kind of carry out throughout the week, whether it was building confidence or maybe it was nutrition or whatever. I kind of plot out what my posts were going to be. And on Sunday nights, just like you would prepare your lesson plans, I would prepare sketch posts. So maybe I had the whole thing written out and I just needed to copy and paste to post it. Maybe I had part of it written out and I needed to tweak a little bit. But then my real job throughout the week was just making sure I had photos available that I could use with those posts as the week went on. So I just tried to use your teacher skills as much as possible and have yourself prepared as much as you can in the beginning of the week or in the pockets of time that you have. Sometimes I definitely always listen to the National Wake Up Call. It was always in podcast form back then. It wasn't live on Facebook as it is now. So I'd always try to listen to that in the car. I swapped out all of my radio time for personal development time. And even when I was sitting in my office at school doing like mind-numbing things like calculating data on reading scores or something like that, like copy paste stuff to put things in tables, I had PD list going on my phone or on somewhere that I could just be listening to that stuff. Because the more you listen to personal development, the more you believe in your potential and your capability to do great things. And that just exudes into everything that you do in life. You just show up better in life, regardless of whether you're going to grow this or you're going to just show up in life better. So that's kind of how I did that. And then we really just about pouring into my teammates, and it still is. I dedicate now at this time, I dedicate all Monday pretty much to one-on-ones and just really supporting them. And I meet my coaches where they're at. So this last Monday, one of my coaches is really struggling with like her why and like really the confidence of her on herself. One of the things she said to me one time was like, well, we have a lot of mutual friends with certain people, other coaches, and like they'll just join her. And I was like, well, why? And she's like, well, just because she's more fit than I am. And I'm like, okay, no. Back up. There's no checklist, no coaching checklist I'm ever going to give you that's going to work. Like I need to work on you first. And so we worked on her confidence the whole time. Kind of more of a life coaching situation than a Beachbody coaching. But that's the cool thing about what we get to do. It's not just about fitness and nutrition. It's about growing women to be the best versions of themselves, whatever that looks like. I saw a question come in the chat. What's your favorite PD or favorite podcast? Oh, I've got so many. I'm a podcast junkie. I also have my own podcast, but I love listening to Quote of the Day. I listen to that every single day. Right now, I used to do it right away when I woke up in the morning. My AirPods just laid right next to my bed. So when my alarm went off, stuck in the AirPods, and I was listening to something as I was getting my go-go juice, as I was going, get my workout clothes on, all that kind of stuff. Just trying to be efficient, right? And so starting my day with PD. Now I listen to the quote of the day when I'm throwing the ball for the dog across the street at the fairgrounds, because she loves to play fetch, and it's a great way for me to get my PD in, and good timing, especially in the cold Iowa winter. She gets the length of a podcast, and it's quote of the day. So it's like 15 minutes. She's usually tired. I got some good stuff in. I come in the house and away we go. But I always make time for PD. I'm also an Audible person. It's hard for me to sit down with an actual book, but I'm working in physical books in my morning routine now. So I try to read a chapter in the morning, or just a certain number of pages, but I consume books on Audible like it's water. So I love listening to PD and then recording some of it and then going back and using as posts. Other favorite podcast, Life Coach School podcast with Brooke Castillo is gold. If you jump in and join her like now, that's cool, but like you really get the full effect of her if you go all the way back to the beginning. There's only like 300 some episodes of her, like only 300, whatever, but like they're all gold. Going back to the very beginning really helps you understand some of the current stuff as well.
Yeah, she has really good ones when the pandemic first hit. She like really spoke to a lot of people. I have the numbers. I think it was like might have been 267. I'm not exactly sure, but Trina told us about it, and I was like, oh yeah, that's exactly what I needed. But I think it would definitely speak to a lot of us.
Yes.
Well.
Yes. And she's definitely somebody even too of like when my coaches are struggling with anything, you can usually go to her website, lifecoachschoolpodcast.com or whatever, just search for her. And like you can go to her website and just search the topic and she's got a podcast on it. And so you can just kind of send it off. Like resource collecting is also a great way to just regular educators, like, and you could have like that little resource that you can use and pull out to work with a certain student or whatever. Like I love collecting resources as well. And so knowing where I can pull resources from in the team page or YouTube videos, and like Julianne Candia is not my coach, but like my mentor and really amazing friend. And so she's also great at collecting those kinds of resources. And YouTube is your best friend if you're really unsure, but also just asking your team page and not being afraid to ask questions. Brittany, the podcast was called The Quote of the Day Show is the first one, and then with Sean Croxton, and the second one was called The Life Coach School with Brooke Castillo. Those are kind of the main two that I listen to. I mean, I have lots of them that I'm subscribed to, but those are the ones that I definitely get in every single week. The other ones I like are with the John Maxwell Leadership Podcast is also another really good one. I loved his in 15 Laws of Leadership. I believe that's John Maxwell. And that one actually I had to read for my administrator license. So I was like, boom, John Maxwell, go you. Yeah, he's super good too. What questions do you have? I've talked really, really fast and thrown a lot at you.
Yeah, it was great. I have so many notes. I think what I need a reminder too, I get lost within my day. So I forget to post about my life. And then I'm like, oh my God, I forgot to post about this, and this on social media or on my story. So, I do need to remind that I need to share more than just my morning workout and more than just my kids and more share about me. Right. And like the things that I think I should start sharing more about my teaching too, because I really don't share about that. People are like, wait, you're a teacher? And I was like, yeah, I am. I don't share about that. So thank you for those reminders.
Yeah, and just sharing all of life from the lens of coaching. I always try to, in all of my posts, even if it's just like about regular life, I try to infuse, because I'm a coach or because I'm a part of a team or because I'm on this coaching journey, in my post some sort of way that it's always, my life is better because of coaching, kind of a then and now situation. And always kind of rope that back to there, because then there's also no excuse on that hesitation of being a part of my team, because, it's because of coaching that I've gotten to where I'm at in life. Yeah. I think educators make amazing coaches because they care so much, and they have so much to give. And they're also super organized people. Like, that one kid walks in the room that day and you're like, what the heck, how am I going to fit this in? But like, you just make it work, right? Just like moms. And so like, it's just one of those things. And so, but we also have to remember and hold each other accountable to taking care of ourselves so that we can take care of the others that we desperately want to take care of so well.
I didn't realize that you started with PIO as well.
Yeah. And you're an amazing PIO instructor.
Yeah, I am. Well, was when Beachbody Live is no longer, but yeah, I did. But I started with PIO. It really saved my life. So whenever I hear people that, oh, Brittany started with PIO too, yes. Yeah. Brittany is a friend from, I actually met her on a bride's page. She's a Beachbody coach out in Connecticut. So we're from different teams, but I was like, you got to hop on tonight. I think Kim would really speak to you. And I do have a couple of questions I like to ask all of our guest speakers. What's your favorite Shakeology flavor?
I'm a vegan chocolate girl.
Vegan chocolate. And how do you make it?
I make it with peanut butter. I used to make it peanut butter. I can't anymore. My body doesn't like peanut butter. I figured out. But a half a banana, almond milk, ice, and vegan chocolate.
Could you do PB too?
I have done that. Yeah.
Okay.
I've noticed that if I do it too much in a week, my body feels it, but it's something with peanuts. I don't know.
Interesting. Huh. Energize?
Energize. Oh, I'm a lemon team all the way.
Lemon?
I'm team lemon. And I definitely have my Energize right away in the morning. I'm a 2-scooper. And then at about 3:00 before I go get my kids, I have another scoop. Mix it with a little hydrate, or even better, what I did this afternoon was I put it with a pomegranate bevy. And that was like delish.
Huh. Interesting. I'm definitely a 2-scooper, but I do a scoop of lemon and a scoop of mixed berry or fruit punch, and it tastes like lemonade. It's so good.
Absolutely. Yes.
What's your favorite recover flavor?
I am a vegan chocolate girl. I love Recharge, but it does not love me. The dairy part.
Yeah.
Doing the alternate reset multiple times now. Alternate reset is a game changer. I feel like everyone needs to do it.
Yes.
It's kind of like the elimination diet in a way of like, you really just figure out what your inflammation pieces are and how your body reacts to things. So giving up peanuts was extremely hard, kind of nuts in general, and milk. I love cheese. We had pizza the other night, and it does fine with me for the first couple hours. And then afterwards I'm like, why did I do that?
Yeah. The ultimate reset, I think, is like my favorite Beachbody program. It's very, very strict 21-day nutrition. You don't even need to work out. No. That's what I loved about it too. There's yoga with it, but it's a really great program. What's your favorite fitness program?
Oh, golly. Well, before Lift 4, it was Hammer and Chisel.
Okay.
I think that's where I had my best results, is with lifting, and I really loved Hammer and Chisel. But now I'm a major Lift 4 girl. I think we've probably done the program. I was in the test group for Lift 4, which doesn't make it my favorite, but it just means that I've done it like 8 times now since it came out. Because we did it like in the test group, and then right away when everyone did it again, and like it's just something we go back to a lot.
Very cool. Do you work out with your husband?
Yep. We're not right now because I'm doing 9-week Control Freak. So he's downstairs in the morning doing MBF, and I'm upstairs doing 9-week Control Freak, and then I do a flip flop. But yeah,
cool.
No door downstairs.
Thank you so much for your time. Does anybody else have any other questions?
I'm an open book, so like literally I'll answer anything for you, and really at any time. Clearly have a lot more time in my day now for coaching, and I'm very happy to help anywhere I can. I do have, like, I told you before, like I'm open for everyone and all the time. Like that's just kind of my nature. I will answer your text message or your message at like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night. I'm around. But also That mostly it's just for my coaches and my team, and you guys are included because you're part Team Rockstar Fit. So
Oh yeah, we are. And we are just on fire. I'm so excited. We have to give a shout out to also Christine. Christine is so close to diamond.
yay!
She has one half of emerald and she needs 2 actives. So she needs 1 full emerald, 1 halfway to emerald, and then 2 actives. So she's so close.
So close.
Yeah.
So close. My husband is in the same boat. I not ever made him diamond, and so we're literally 3 coaches away as well, and so I need to really kick in the boots this week.
That's really exciting too. And also we give away, I'm giving you like a little gift. Don't say I don't need to, but we give away headbands because I'm a headband freak. So right now we have, I give everyone who shows up I do like a little bit of the wheel decide. So I'm going to do that right now. We got Rebecca on and everyone gets a chance. Who doesn't like free stuff, right?
Sarah, when you do that, can I ask him a question?
Oh, of course, go.
So Kim, if you were to like tell us right now, get off this call and do one thing, what would that one thing be?
Invite people to your accountability group or to coaching, mostly to your team. Get them in your accountability group as a coach on your team. That's where I would spend the majority of my time. And that's where I try to spend the majority of my time, is adding to my network, but also just inviting people that I have in my network already. Because I have like probably 3,000 some friends on Facebook. I'm not maxed out by any means, but also those 3,000 people are not all in my organization or in as a client of mine all. And they're really honestly, they're not probably all going to be, but there's still people to help. And so if you can do anything in any bit, a little bit of time that you have, it's inviting people to join you and eliminating the emotional side if they say no.
That's true. It really just means no for now.
Right.
3, 6, 9, 10. Let's see.
Other questions you got? What do you guys all teach? What do you all do?
Special ed.
I'm a 5th grade special ed.
IP coordinator.
Awesome. You get me.
A high school English teacher.
Cool.
I'm sped too. And I don't know if you guys saw my post. I am going to be my journey of getting diagnosed with ADHD. Oh, I need it so bad because I need something's got to give. All right. I got everyone's name: Rebecca, Cindy, Christina, Christine, Corey, Danielle, Amanda, Jen, Ashley, and Brittany. And this week we have this cute little headband.
Adorable.
Yeah. So thank you so much for popping on, everyone. Tap to spin. How do I do this?
You just click on it.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not working. Maybe I could do it now.
Okay.
Let me refresh. Huh.
You click on your little clicker or the words.
Yeah.
No? Strange. Oh, go. You're still in the edit mode. Can you go to like close that bottom address?
Oh, no, I can't even. I think it's I honestly think I can't even click on there.
Oh yeah.
Maybe I'll refresh. There we go.
Yay.
Christine!
Woohoo!
Yay! All right, let's take a pic. Thank you so much, Kim. Does anybody have any other? Oh, right. Amanda's also a high school autism teacher. And Brittany is a Spanish middle school teacher, I think. Right, Brittany? I'm not sure. Brittany is due with her 2nd kid, Spanish middle school. All right, cool. All right, everyone smile. Thank you. Thanks so much, Kim. Thank you so much for your time.